everybody. I'm gonna do my watering and then get started with other projects. So and for everybody that told me in that video that I posted yesterday asking, what is that noise? You were all definitely right. That's a squirrel. I've got one in my crepe myrtle tree that's been making that same noise. I just, for whatever reason, when I was at my campsite, it just didn't register that that's what it was, because that squirrel was loud as F. Okay, now let's go water the salvia out front. Oh, this one's finally got a bloom on it. Yay! squirt her. I just know it. I guess that means I've done it a couple too many times for her not to recognize it. I admit I've squirted the cat with the hose before. I mean, you know, who doesn't like a good prank? Refill these bubbles. smoking. I bet it's the person sitting in that white car over there. get the pry bar and figure out what's going on with this stuff. My mom says this wood is rotten, and I am inclined to agree. It does look that way, really. But I'm not quite ready for the project that it's going to be to redo this. So, I don't know. Maybe I should do that part first and then do this? I don't know. I gotta see what's down there. You know, because my mom made that, she put those wood slats down because, there's a French drain and the driveway is over that. Heck, the whole front yard goes over the French drain. And so she put this sort of wood walkway down to be like an area where there could be a clean out of those two drains. I've been talking to her about doing something a little bit more permanent, using some concrete to make this crap be more on purpose somehow. You know, but obviously it's gonna take a lot more work than what I probably am quite ready to do with triple digit days. Yeah. So I guess let's work on cutting the trumpet vine a little bit more now. Okay, I've decided to, instead of starting on the trumpet vine, do a little bit more on yanking down this big old mass of dead bougainvillea. Especially given that, I mean, look at how healthy it's coming back after I cut it. Look at that, I've got tons of green on there. We're going to be able to see some blooms down here from our porch rather than just showing off to the neighbors. Probably by the end of the summer. That's going to be lovely. Our bougainvillea will be back to being for us. That'll be great. Okay. So let's grab a tool I haven't tried to use yet with this rake. I don't know why I haven't tried to use it for this project yet, but I have. Bring the freaking bin. Shoot. I gotta grab that. Okay, I'm back with the wheelbarrow. My mom wanted me to wait on doing this just because the comfrey is really going right now and she doesn't want it to get squashed by the bougainvillea. But, you know, I need to get this mass down because it's currently blocking the tomato from getting as much sun as the tomato probably would like. Although it would probably like it best if I just put it out front where it'll get full sun all day long, all the time. I don't think that I want to invite my neighbors to pick my tomatoes before I get the chance to. So instead, I'm gonna pull down this dead thing that needs to get him down anyway. Hopefully not squash said tomato plant. Maybe I should move it out of the way temporarily. Yeah, I should probably move it out of the way, otherwise it's gonna get smushed or torn up, not smushed. Ow. You're gonna just keep the door open? What, are you planning to let the cat back in, Mom? The door is not closed. Right. Oh, okay. Man, there's all of this low-hanging down stuff. I'm just constantly trying to snatch my hair out of my head. And I should just prune it all. It up already. I filled it up. No. Okay. Oh my God! Okay. Okay, maybe that'll give me a break for a couple minutes. Okay, maybe that'll give me a little bit of a break for a couple minutes anyway. Bow rake came off. I left it up there. Oh.
Yeah.
That is entirely lame. Huh. Yeah. It just straight up fell apart. Maybe some liquid nail? I don't know.
Put a little bit of cloth in there. And then put the,
Obviously, it will not be usable if I just stick it back in like this. I understand, Mom.
put some cloth in.
Thank you. I don't have any cloth right this moment. I have to go get some. Okay?
Newspaper.
Do we get the newspaper?
Advertisements.
Do I have to stop what I am doing right now? Or can I pick up some of the mess that I brought down and then go do stuff?
Your advice.
advice about filling the thing in is sound, okay? I understand that you know what you are doing since you were a gardener professionally for literally years. And not only that, you did it because you enjoyed it. Gardening is not my hobby. It's yours. But I'm stuck doing it now because you decided you'd rather sit and watch TV than keep up with anything, even just 2 hours of activity a day. And you would not be in the situation that you are right now.
You're right.
So are you going to get up and move around, walk down the street, or just sit there and critique me?
Brownie, where are you? You're my walking partner. Where's your camera?
It's right there. It's right there,
Oh,
Mom.
okay, I see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you're gonna get up and go do something?
Not with that tone of voice that you have.
Now you're just making excuses. Okay.
I want to wait until you get this thing down.
It is going to get hot, Mom.
Yeah, okay. So, get the bougainvillea stuff down. And then I'll go.
I don't know. A little easier said than done to just stick paper into something. You know what? Try it like that. Okay. I need to grab the hammer. Ow. Okay. It's not going down all the way. Where's my other glove? Okay. That's down all the way. Wow, that paper feels really freaking solid. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to even get this into there now. Maybe I shouldn't have put all that paper in there. I don't know. Maybe. I've got splinters because I didn't put my other glove on before I did that. That sucks. Well, because I left my glove right there. shovel to do that instead. Okay, hammer.
Oh.
I have no idea. Oh no. Okay. That. Guess I'll find out. This is not gonna work. This is not gonna work because I have no idea which way the freaking hole is in there because I didn't freaking mark anything.
Oh no.
These, ow, these fucking splinters are hurting. God. It's like when you come out to hang out with me while I'm working, Mom. I get so flustered that you're out here that I just lose part of my brain power or something.
But I'm your mother.
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm not a rich, good-looking man.
You are the one that is the gold digger, Mom.
Yes, I am.
If you want a rich, good-looking man.
Yeah. Not all that good-looking either.
Maybe.
Just rich.
That thing really went in there. No wonder it freaking hurts. It really went in there. See that I'm getting it out. It's not like I could ask you to take it out.
You could.
Yeah. And you can't see jack crap. Miss, I don't know what happened to my reading glasses. That's another splinter right there, too. Yeah. Huh, that venture, I gave myself fucking 3 splinters. Okay,
Wow.
I'm... that right there, just don't work without your gloves. You know?
Yeah.
I'm done with this for the moment. So you may as well go for your walk. Because I'm gotta get these out. Okay. I got I got the biggest splinter out. It was, gosh, it was close to ½ an inch long. It hurt to clench my hand. There are still a couple of splinters in there, but they can work themselves out. So, yeah, I've got to do something to get this stuff out. And I'm thinking maybe shovel, since I've got to try something else. And this I think I know what's going on though. It's caught up in some old Christmas lights. Okay, so I've got some clippers that might stay where I just put them. Maybe I'm gonna get out the ladder. that even visible? Yeah. Well, no. Just, it was up there and caught in there. And you guys didn't get to see me drag it down. You just got to see it land on the ground. And, a good view of my butt, I guess. Whatever, that's probably why some of you guys are watching anyways. Grabbing that shovel was definitely the way to go because it was a lot more sturdy and less prone to catching on things while I was trying to push the stuff down rather than pull it down. I don't know why the heck I'm picking up all of this little crap right now. About the bougainvillea, it's a lot less stabby when the branches are dead, so that does make it a little bit more manageable to handle when the branches are dead versus alive. It's very stabby when it's alive. So, what did we all learn today? Always wear your gloves. You've got to protect your hands. You work with them, and you only get 2. Yeah, I think the tomato is going to be very happy about me getting the bougainvillea stuff down. I'm planning on moving it right over here next to the nectarine tree as soon as I've got all this stuff down. And it'll get a lot more sun than where it is even right next to the bougainvillea. To dump out my wheelbarrow. It is full. Okay. Well. Okay, there we go. That was fun. Didn't mean to do that. sun hat. 'Cause it's bright. Okay. Okay, yeah, that does help a lot. Okay. Huh. Trumpet vine is blooming now. Now that it's blooming, I can't freaking cut it down until I have some other food to replace it with for the hummingbirds. I've got some feeders, but I don't know if you know this. Feeders are extremely high maintenance. Extremely high maintenance. And you've got to make them super visible for the hummingbirds to see them, while still somehow managing to have them in the shade so that the nectar isn't like, doesn't grow a whole bunch of bacteria in it super fast. I am not sure that our yard currently has anywhere that fits that description of super visible for the hummingbirds, but yet also in the shade. Freaking A. Caught on everything because of the freaking thorns. What is she doing? Mother freaking 2 blooms on there. Does that mean I'm only gonna get 2 tomatoes? Hopefully I get more than that. myself in here. Okay, I've got to get to the other side of all of this stuff here. Without stabbing through my shoes. Or my legs. Okay. Okay. Hey, let go! Oh my god. Okay. I don't know. Maybe just... God, no, I'm gonna wait to cut down any of the grapevines until after they have given me their fruit. But gosh, it's really freaking tempting to cut them down because they're like in my face while I'm trying to work. I want to have shade on the patio area here, but having it from the grapevines is just really not working because they hang down a lot and make it a trial to maneuver around, you know? Not as much as the bougainvillea, because that stuff will stab you in the face. The moment you realize it's in your face, it's gonna stab you. That's part of why I've been basically flinching every single time I pull on this stuff, because I, you know, keep anticipating it falling into my face and stabbing me. Why is Mom just sitting there? Maybe she's resting before she goes out and walks some more, because she knows that's what she should do. My mom used to be in such good shape. She'd jog, and then, you know, after she got a job, she stopped jogging because she was working and tired all the time because, well, she was a grounds worker, so she had a hard job. And instead of getting the chance to call it quits after dealing with something like this and getting stabbed multiple times, she had to keep working. That lady, she caught her leg on a pipe this one time when she was pruning a bush, and it was so sharp it cut her leg. She needed like over 30 stitches on her leg, and that lady drove herself to the hospital. That's how buff my mom was. And look at me, I'm whining about 3 freaking splinters. Yeah, my mom was a tough lady. She sure as heck isn't anymore, though. No, all she does is whine and cry that she doesn't want to do blah, blah, blah. But at least she admits that I'm right. Being right is extremely important to me. Which is why I am often willing to reconsider my position. You know? It might have taken a long frickin' time, because you know, I've basically been voting Democrat since I was 20 years old. The first time I ever voted, I voted for Bob Dole. Which should tell you just how old I am. But then after that, I switched to Democrat. My father and my brother really guilt-tripped me. You know, my brother acted like when I voted for Bob Dole, like I had stole his vote or something. Like I wasn't voting my vote, I was voting his vote. And somehow he shamed me into just never even considering the fact that I would vote conservatively on all of the measures and propositions, because, you know, excessive taxes is just not cool. I mean, you know, and I've known that since I was really freaking young, you know, because where does the taxes go? It certainly doesn't go to where they are trying to tell us that it goes, you know. Instead, they funnel it into their freaking special projects that you don't get to find out about until 50 years later, you know. It doesn't pay for stuff that it's supposed to pay for. So no, I don't want to pay extra for anything. You know, we already pay enough freaking taxes. And I've always voted that way. You know? But yet, for some reason, I was thinking that I could still vote Democrat, like I got shamed into doing, and brainwashed into thinking that I wanted. And look at what the Democrats have done with it in California. This place literally smells like poo almost everywhere you go, especially if you're in a major city. It smells like literal feces everywhere in the city. And that's what they're doing with our tax dollars? Making it smell like poo. I don't know about you, but I don't pay the highest tax rate, have the highest cost of living, have the most hidden fees, and pay the highest energy costs in the United States, just for everywhere to smell like poo. So, is it any wonder that the Democratic Party is shrinking in California? Everybody else is tired of it smelling like poo, too. Unless, of course, they like the smell of poo. That's gotta be it. Yep. That's gotta be it. That's why they want to do all of this crap to just feed the homelessness problem so that it continues to grow because they like the smell of poo. I don't know. How about doing something so that people stop doing drugs? You know? Because drugs is the main cause of homelessness. That and enabling it by throwing money at it. Except that's not really where it's going. In California, anyways. In California, it's going right into Act Blue. Yep. Yep. Newscomb is funneling it to his buddies, who are then putting it into his donation bin that is Act Blue. His bid for governor, or not governor, president in 2028. My tax dollars should not fund any presidential race. They should get their donors to do that. You know? Instead, they're freaking stealing. You know, there's been so many scandals with Act Blue and the fake profiles that they create in people's names that actually exist to donate. And then these people get asked, well, why did you donate? And they didn't donate. But for all I know, they've had me donate when I ain't never donated to them. I should make an inquiry and see if they have a record of me donating to them when I haven't. And then sue them for fraud and disparagement and I don't know, everything that you can sue for you know, liable because it's in writing. Yep. Everybody should inquire from Act Blue if there's record of them having donated, and then sue for libel. Or, no, it's libel. Libel? I don't know. Whatever. Because that's what people really wanted to hear me talking about, politics. Yeah. I'm just, after voting a Democrat for around 25 years, I am extremely disappointed, you know? I am just so angry at what they have done with my vote, you know, with your vote, with, I mean, it's just, they've given our jobs away, you know, they've given, I gotta stop talking about this. I'm almost done with my project, so, you know, I gotta stop talking about this. It makes me too mad. Ow. 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 That hurt. Okay. petunia branches down. Yay! So let's move the tomatoes. Got a ladybug. There we go. That's great. Full sun for a few hours a day. And I want to say, at least it's gonna get at least. Maybe I should move it back a little bit for like 6 hours of sun every day, but take care of this first. That dude had the nerve to say those dogs were border collie. No wonder my mom sounded so skeptical. Well, that dog didn't look anything like a border collie. You are right to be skeptical. Okay. Well, of course, people want their dogs to be border collies. Border collies are the smartest dogs. Okay, let's move this again. Right there. That is going to be, I think, the best spot for the most sun while it's up here. Good. I have thorns stuck to the bottom of my shoe. This one's a lot smaller than the one that I pulled out earlier. Okay. That is close enough to finish. I just gotta fit the tools in. Okay, there we go. Okay, well everybody, I finally got that project done with the bougainvillea. It's all cleared out from out there. I've only been working on that for over a month. I think probably closer to 2, maybe. And it is all cleared out, see? Yay! Yay! And I moved the tomato right there so it can get some full sun and give us some actual tomatoes. It's got 2 flowers on it, see? I'm looking forward to a lot more than that. It's a lemon boy, and you guys might not know this, but the yellow lemons are actually a lot less acidic. So if you have acid sensitivities, consider switching to yellow tomatoes because they're way less acidic, so they don't have quite as much of an impact if you are sensitive to that. But yay, I got something done. I'm going to see you guys next time. Bye-bye.